When we think about the breath, we feel as though there is this action that comes from within us, and that we are actively pulling breath into our bodies, and it is up to us to create that force, that will of action. And without that inner force or inner will, that conscious or subconscious action, that we aren't able to draw breath in. And this particular teaching is something that will shift your understanding of that particular feeling. There is a sense that there is an impulse of creativity and presence that we can feel of as prana that desires the breath. And that creative impulse, that spark of prana that is within everybody, is there to create the space. And so when our bodies activate, what they're really doing is they're not actively kind of trying to pull air into the body. They're creating a space, and that space is one that the universe naturally and effortlessly fills. This is proven scientifically by the fact that there is a pressure of air around us, air pressure, and it is, well, this is in US pounds, so 14.7 pounds of pressure. This is the weight of the air in all directions around us. And this is naturally occurring across the planet. And maybe it's a little less when you're at different altitudes. But in general, there is 14.7 pounds of pressure. So there is pressure around the body, the most perfectly balanced pressure between the outside atmosphere and your inner atmosphere. And when we create space, in fact, the energy of the inhalation of the breath doesn't come from within you. That push of inhalation isn't something that is inherent within our bodies. In fact, that push, that energetic response for taking an inhalation is happening outside of us. And however you like to conceive of this as the balancing of pressures, so in a kind of scientific mindset, it's still the perfect balance of pressure inside and outside the body that creates this action of breathing. And if we think about it in perhaps more spiritual terms, we can think about the idea that there is a universal force that is always expanding, always creative, that wants you to be here. That is doing everything, that has created the most perfect atmosphere around you and the perfect conditions inside of you so that it can push breath in. And all we need to do is make the space and be ready to receive. And what is so beautiful about this idea is that there is an effortless quality to it. And there is a sense of surrender. And surrendering to the process, when we can understand that in our breath, take out some of the effort, we can see how that quality of effortless surrender and creating space and being ready to receive is one that can flow out into every aspect of our life. Trusting that the universe wants us to be here. Allowing that natural impulse, that desire to be present, that desire to create space in our bodies, that readiness to receive, and that willingness to be in the flow of the universal creative force. This is what is happening for us in every single breath. And this can be a profound teaching for students who have felt that there is a world around them that doesn't want them to be there, that life is a struggle, that even every breath is a struggle, especially for people who are unwell or who have respiratory problems that aren't able to create the space in their body where the muscles and the organs aren't activating or firing in a way that they do in a healthy body, in a body with homeostasis. Allowing a level of surrender to take place, and a knowing that there is a universal force that wants them to be present, that wants them to be alive, that there is purpose for them and perfection in their life in that moment, can be a very, very big teaching.